Hello, Julie. I'll start out just like I do everybody else. This will be a real quickie little one. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. I have titles. Okay, this is different than the stuff we do in the villa. It's really two separate things, and yet it's similar. So it's really hard to explain how this works. But I see, hear, feel, sense, know them. They talk to me, and they also show me pictures that I describe to you that I call my spiritual charades. That I hated that game when I was a kid. Where am I going? Names I stink at. I do stink at names. So and nicknames. We'll see what Grandma Shirley has to say. She's all right. She's coming up over here. Now, sometimes you might see little wavy lines here from their energy because we are pure energy once we shed this heavy physical body. So sometimes you'll see little wavy lines where they're at. She's okay. She says you feel her, you just don't know what it is. You don't understand that it's her. So as she's here, like right in here, it feels kind of like if somebody takes a balloon and pushes a balloon right there kind of on your back. It's just a little bit of pressure. Okay. And you might feel it getting warmer there or warmer here when she gets up that close. And you're going to get the smell of cookies, and I'm hearing sugar cookies. So like fresh baked sugar cookies. You could be in your home, in your car, in the villa, in Walmart. It doesn't matter where you're at. When you get that smell, that's her popping in to let you know that she's saying, hi, I love you. Acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more signs, and she will. We'll see if she'll show us any other ones. It's almost like she's pushing on my shoulder like this. It's almost like, but it's very slight. But I don't know how you will feel the energy because everybody feels it different from them. She's showing. Now I've seen some horrendous when they show me how they passed, and I've asked them kind of not to do that anymore because some of them just really upset me. But she's showing that she was struggling breathing, and she kind of was rolling around just a little bit, not in pain, but just having trouble catching her breath. And that Grandpa had no idea. He had no idea that was going on because she wasn't flailing around or anything like that. She was just having trouble breathing. And she didn't want to bother anybody. Okay. She's showing me as she left, there was a father-like figure. And I always say father-like because your grandpa can feel more like your father. I get the feeling of the relationship. So your grandpa could feel more like your father. You could have somebody in your life that isn't even blood and they can feel more like your father. So whoever the father type figure that had already passed, that she would have that feeling of a relationship with, was waiting for her. It's like he was standing behind the bed. I'm here. There was also a lady a little further back behind him, and usually when they do this, it's because because it's not important for them to come through. It's just they're just showing that they're there. And this is a grandmother type figure that was further back waiting. She was in good hands. She's she spends a lot of time with your daughter. When your daughter goes to her room and shuts the door and it's quieter, she said it's never really quiet in her room. Grandma pops in there and spends time with her. I don't know if your daughter actually knows that she's there, but I think, yeah, okay, show me. Your daughter senses that somebody's there. She may not know it's grandma, which would be her great grandma. I don't know, has your daughter said anything? It's like she's showing your daughter, like turning around looking like, kind of thought somebody was here. So a lot of times, the stuff that we get when we go to the villa is different. And I usually ask, I don't want to call them spirits, the ones that I talk to, cool it on the big loud noises and the thumps and the slamming things, because then somebody thinks their house is haunted when it's just grandma popping in. So she's not really showing that she does anything to make her presence known there, but somehow your daughter's sensing it. Yep, I'm waiting for her to say something. Okay, she's showing a St. Bernard. Doesn't mean that you owned a St. Bernard. Let's see, usually I can tell whether this dog is with her or still here and she's interacting with it, but so far I can't tell for sure. But anyway, it could be just somebody in your family that had the St. Bernard, and when they get the opportunity to show them their beloved pet, that she has their beloved pet, they will do that. But she's not making it clear whether she has the dog or the dog is here and she's interacting with the dog. She just shows the St. Bernard and she's got her hand on its back. Animals and small children interact with them, see them, sense them. Usually it's dogs and cats. I don't know about horses and turkeys and things like that. But the animals can definitely see them and sense them. My psychic Yorkie that passed away, she used to spin around under my table and then sit her butt on my foot when they would come into my home. And she would stare at them like, I don't like you. Why are you here? My mom's home. Grandma says there's something that you need to call on her for. Something about organizing. Did she do bookwork? Did she have her house really organized? Something about organizing something. You can literally ask them. You wouldn't ask Uncle Joe for help with finances if he didn't have a pot to piss in. So you ask whoever's up there for help with something that they knew how to do well, because they understand how it works down here. Something about organizing something, though. Ask her for help. I promise you, she can open doors. She can nudge you, like, put little thoughts in your head, or even when you're sleeping, they can kind of nudge you. They can honestly open doors for different things coming. Look at the things I'm doing now that I never thought I would do. It's not exactly what I asked for, but it's what they brought to me. So she can actually nudge people to come help you. I mean, I'm not 100% true. It is. So whatever the organizing thing is, ask her for help. Whatever it was she was good at, she will bring these people to you. She will open the doors for you. I promise you. And they'll even nudge us. I need to get on the one about the diet. The diet again. Then they start nudging me, and it's like, okay, all of a sudden I want to eat watermelon all day long. Where's that come from? After I ask. They make my head itch like head lice when their energy gets real close. She says she loves you and she's very proud of you. Cornhole. She said cornhole. Have you played cornhole lately? Or thinking about playing cornhole? She thinks you are a champion in everything you do. She's showing herself. It's not a recliner because I can see the wood on the arms. This may not be the exact chair, but she'll give me something similar if it's not exact. It's got fabric. It's kind of soft, the back and all the way down to the seat, but it's got wooden handles on the side, and it rocks. She's showing herself in this chair rocking. So even if you don't realize it now, you'll remember it later. You'll see it later. Maybe it's in a picture, or somebody else will validate it for you later, but she's got herself in a chair rocking. And this looks like a chair that was from not a new design chair. Oh, this isn't Goldie's chair, but do you have a chair in your home that rocks? Watch for it to rock. Don't run. Don't run. It's just Grandma. She doesn't want to scare you. She says you might run over somebody and hurt them. No, that was me. Yeah, so pay attention to the few little things. When you get them, when you figure them out, let me know, and then we'll go back and talk to her, and she'll bring you some more. She's trying to get these. You're not going to want to stay in your house anymore. Oh, shit. She's showing me in the kitchen. She's got a knife up, and it's a cutting knife. It's got, a little serrated edge on it, and she's tapping it against a fork. Go in your kitchen, take these two objects and tap them against each other and see what that noise is. You're going to hear that noise, and usually it does not happen. She says, you asked for this shit. That's what she said. Usually it's not when you're in the same room. Usually it's like if you walk out of the kitchen, or just walk into the kitchen or something like that. And or more than likely, it's usually when you sit in the next room and everything's kind of calm and cool, and you'll hear this tap. And you may only hear it once, like when Stephanie and I were in the villa the other day, and we heard piano key, just one, bing. So it won't be loud, it won't be, but go in there and tap those two together, fork and a serrated edge knife. Whatever that noise. See, they make me itch. She says, I love you and I watch out for you, but especially I watch out for your daughter. She says your daughter's special. I'm not sure in what way she means special. She's not saying. So anyway, I thought I'd do a little quickie since I didn't get it done the other night. And I kind of figured I could do yours anytime that I really needed to go around to the other people, even though kind of didn't get all those done like I wanted to. I'll have to try something different if I ever get the opportunity again. Anyway, let me know when you get these signs from her. She wants you to know that she's around, and don't forget to ask her. When you ask for help with the organizing, then you have to be willing to accept it. It's a two-way thing. Two-way thing. Ask them for help when they open doors, and I would have never dreamed that the things that they dropped into my lap recently would have ever happened. But I have to be ready to allow it to come in. But I also can't just sit on my ass when they bring it to you, like they brought it to me. Then I had to make the step forward to do it. We have free will choice. They can't make us. They can bring it to us. They can offer it to us. Cannot make us. We have free will choice, and that's something that no matter what, except for in a case of an emergency, can they step in and do anything about it? It's up to you. So a lot of times people go, that's one reason I don't read fortunes or like the cards and tell your future, because you have the free will choice to change that path. I can tell you what your path is going to be right now, whether, okay, she's going to show me that. I can tell you what it's going to be right now, but you have the free will choice to change something 2 steps down the road, and that throws the whole thing off because it's your choice. She is showing your path it's kind of been winding, and it's going uphill. It's going uphill, but it's like there's this mansion on top of the hill. And I don't mean that you're going to get to live in a mansion, because that shit really isn't what's important. They don't worry about our material stuff because it's not what's supposed to be the important thing while we're here. Our love for each other, our raising each other's vibration, us giggling together on the couch and having fun, that's what's important. But she's showing your path kind of going like this. But it's going up. It's going up, and since it's not straight ahead, it's going up a hill, so it's a little bit of a struggle. It's a struggle, but you're getting there. You're still on the road. Sometimes they'll show me the path, and somebody will be over here on the side of it, or somebody's path will be whoop-de-doo. So you're on it. It's just going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, but there's a big prize at the top of that. So you should ask me about vision boards. I've never met. Anyway, ask me about, I'm not going to explain it now, I don't think, about doing the big picture out there, about setting your goal out there, not the one right in front of you, the one that's out there, so that they can bring all those things in between that mansion and what you are right now. She's making a big point of this. Ask her to help. I promise you she can help. And she'll bring in other guides and whoever's needed to help you with your goal, if it's in your best interest, and evidently it is. Okay, much love to you. I babbled longer than I was going to. Imagine that, me running off at the mouth. I love you. I love ghost hunting with you. It's such a blast. I always love it. I hope to get to do it again with you. Much love to you, Julie.